The woman was pregnant with triplets but still chose to dance for her husband on his birthday. Jack was thrilled, but moments later, she collapsed on the bed from exhaustion. Jack kissed her swollen belly and told the 3 babies inside to close their eyes. But just as he leaned in for the next move, her water suddenly broke.
My water just broke.
Jack rushed her to the hospital, but what should have been a joyful moment felt anything but happy. He was worried sick about her. The scans showed the babies were in breech position. Saving all 3 would be incredibly difficult. When she saw the doctor was a man in his 70s, she couldn't help but worry if he was up to the task. But the doctor assured them he had delivered more babies than he could count.
I am the best of the best, and I swear to you on the lives of my children and my grandchildren that I am up to the task. All right?
Okay.
All right.
Jack stayed by her side in the delivery room, squeezing her hand and cheering her on. But after 3 hours, she had only dilated 3 centimeters. The doctor came over to discuss an emergency preterm delivery plan.
No, we're not gonna have this conversation.
We're walking out of this hospital with 3 healthy babies and 1 healthy wife.
Absolutely.
I have 3 cribs at our new home. My mother has already knitted 3 onesies.
Seeing Jack refuse to face reality, the doctor quietly walked away. After 10 long hours of painful contractions, the first baby, a boy, finally came out. Her scream filled the room. Jack was over the moon, barely able to speak, but the mother's condition was quickly deteriorating.
Baby?
Something's not right. Something's not right.
The doctor knew it was too risky to keep going naturally. She had to be moved to another room for a C-section. To avoid distractions, Jack was asked to leave. Hours later, the doctor came out exhausted. He said her vitals were stable, but there was bad news. One of the babies had died in the womb. The cord had wrapped around his neck. There was nothing they could do. Jack was devastated, seeing how crushed he was. The doctor sat down beside him and shared his own story. He had been married for 53 years. He and his wife had been deeply in love, but he still remembered the heartbreak of losing their first baby. That pain is what drove him into medicine, so he could help save as many lives as possible. Now Jack was a father to both his wife and their 2 surviving children. He had to stay strong.
Took the sourest lemon that life has to offer and turned it into something resembling lemonade.
The doctor left. Jack stood in front of the nursery, staring silently at the 2 babies inside. Then a firefighter walked over. Jack asked which one was his. The man said someone had left a baby at the fire station that morning, so he brought the baby to the hospital. After the firefighter walked away, Jack looked at the baby in the incubator, and a thought began to grow in his heart. His wife soon woke up. Jack gently told her about the baby they'd lost, but then shared his new idea. He wanted to adopt the abandoned baby. He told her their 3rd child hadn't really left. He had just come to them in a different way. They brought all 3 babies home, even though the 3rd baby was black. They loved him just the same. What they didn't expect was that this little boy would grow up to bring them the biggest surprise of all.